Idiotology 101 with Lynch and Taco.
All right, this hour of the show is brought to you by JR's Ticket to Rock Weekend.
Starts tonight at midnight, a.k.a. Saturday morning, I guess, technically. Mm-hmm. You get keywords, and you enter them, right? Enter them at the website.
WJR.com/whatever the hour's keyword is for your chance to win birthday tickets.
Mm-hmm. Go join us for birthday next weekend by listening this weekend.
There you go. Lobsterman.
Now, you piqued my interest on this. Is it the guy at the fair, or is it the show?
If you're a longtime listener of our show, you know the word Lobsterman has several different meanings, as Taco just correctly pointed out. One of which really pissed us off. We both back in the day were huge Deadliest Catch fans. I still watch, but Taco fell off.
I fell off years ago because it's so over.
When it was at the height of its popularity, Discovery or TLC or whoever tried to cash in and do an offshoot called Lobsterman.
I kind of liked it.
Which was, you liked it because it was mellow and slower paced and kind of chill.
No, I liked it for kind of that, but because I like the people up in the Northeast, that accent and everything, but also because I worked at a lobster restaurant for years.
It was the exact opposite of Deadliest Catch, where these guys are like on the rail of hell most of the time in god-awful conditions, working in, just the most dangerous situations. And then
it was the most dangerous job in the world when Deadliest Catch first came out. It was one of the most dangerous.
And I'm sure it still is. But Lobsterman was essentially the same kind of idea, but in the Atlantic Ocean off the coast of New England, many times just a couple of miles from shore.
Something that you and I could have done.
Right.
I got to be honest.
And it's tossing some wood boxes over the side, then pulling up the wood boxes and seeing if there's a couple lobster inside. It just didn't have the same oomph, and thus we were kind of disappointed.
But I still watched it, and if there was... It's one of those shows that if it was on today and I had time to spare, I'd watch it. Just like I do with that Wicked Tuna show.
Well, this is about a Maine Lobsterman, not the one at the carnival. Lobsterman was about 20 miles off the coast of Maine this week.
Gloucester, yeah.
Pulled up, isn't that in...
No, it's totally different. I just love when they say Gloucester.
Anyway, so he's pulling up his wooden boxes, his traps.
And there's a head in one.
No, try a 5-foot-long missile.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, a rocket.
What would you do if that was your instance? I'd cut...
An MK-29 Mod O is the model, 5 foot long. Well, he brought it on board and brought it back to shore with him.
See, that's a strong Lobsterman right there, because I'd be cutting bait and say, I dropped a buoy where it is. I ain't hauling that thing in and hoping that you don't detonate it in your boat.
So he brought it in, got a hold of the authorities when he made it back to the dock. And they came down, they sent the military over, and they're like, oh, yeah, it's one of ours. And they tried to x-ray it to see if it was active or not, and they couldn't tell, so they took it out and blew it up.
So they don't know if it was an active, live rocket.
Just to be on the safe side, they destroyed it, yeah. My point is, now, if you have stuff like this interspersed into a Lobsterman show, I'm all in all day long. Never know what you're going to pull off with Lobsterman.
If it's guys pulling up bombs, that's the NASCAR theory again, where you're just watching it to see a wreck.
You could have them, I don't know, inadvertently pulling up a transatlantic communications cable, cut off the entire communications between Europe and the United States.
Okay, you just ruined it. An okay show. I just went from good to fairly good to okay.
How about this?
What?
Thousands of cattle killed in explosion at a Texas dairy farm.
I feel bad saying, was it methane explosion?
Ground beef here is what you got.
Was it a methane explosion?
I guess it was some sort of gas explosion.
Yeah, because they always talk about cows and the amount of methane they're releasing. It finally backfired.
Cause of the explosion is still under investigation.
Thousands of them.
I don't think there'd be any
Why do we
nefarious behavior here, would there?
No. What do you think, like, the chicken people are going after the cows? Like the commercials? I'm not saying it. Why do we think so just, like, blah about cows? Like, when you just said thousands of cows blew up.
It was. Thousands of cattle were
When you
literally
said that, I giggled.
blown to pieces.
Like, they don't even matter to us. They're just a burger and a steak.
Or milk. In this case, is a dairy farm.
What if we had pet cows instead of dogs?
You need a lot bigger plastic bag.
Your yard.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Are you kidding? And I know all the shroom jokes will come in a minute at 22526, but we treat cows like that. Looks like an explosion you'd see in the Middle Eastern War.
Like a nuclear bomb went off.
It totally does. And we're laughing about it, blowing up a bunch of cows.
Thousands of cows. That's
the poor guys and gals.
This would still be a big story if it was like, I don't know, 25 cows.
Thousands. Beef prices.
No, this is dairy cattle.
Okay, with dairy prices.
Yeah, a gallon of milk's going to be $11 in Texas now.
So, because that's one hell of a barbecue. Then you got, any of the cows medium rare? Somebody said 18,000 cows. Is it? It says thousands.
It says there on this dairy farm, there's 19,000 cattle in total. There's on the farm. I couldn't imagine that they were all gathered in one location and detonated.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if they were, that... Oh, man.
Yeah.
You drive by, when you're driving by down the turnpike and stuff, and you see the cows out there, they're always spread out.
They're still close enough that the size of that
I think those are
plume of smoke.
Those are beef farms, though. They're spread out because they're trying to make a beeline for it.
Yeah. Somebody said 18,000, then said an S-load. Free supply of shrooms, no need for a plastic bag. Yeah, I was waiting for that one. Shredded beef. Mm-hmm. You went with the ground. They're going shredded. Wait, where's this one? God, the texts are just flooding in. Thank you at 22526. Sounds like the lobsters are trying to blow that dude up. I could see those little guys down there meticulously pushing the bomb and not grabbing it because they don't want to detonate it because lobster are so smart. And they push it. Just like push it right into the trap.
Hey.
Kind of like SpongeBob down there.
Hey, Spiny. Help me out over here.
Somebody said, 18,000, dude. Holy cow. Somebody else saying 1,800.
You can't say holy cow.
True that. It was, somebody said it was for sure 18,000 cows. I think that could affect our milk. Seriously.
I mean, you can't even, there's not even a sympathy card made for something like that.
You mean for the farmer? He's got insurance. I watch Yellowstone.
I got one more item here. This story on the Lynch and Taco blog and the JR Facebook page. There's been a lot of truck jackings in the Philadelphia area, all sorts of stuff being stolen. I'm fairly, I don't know.
Are we talking about pickup trucks or semis?
Semis full of,
because they're getting all the product out of it. That's mob usually.
Or in this case, somebody stole over 1 million dimes out of a parked truck in Northeast Philly.
It's normal in the trucking industry. Like, they would pick up a load. There's rules about how much you can drive, etc. So they have to get their required sleep. We've had lamb, chicken, TVs, refrigerators, etc. taking alcohol.
And now a truckload of dimes that were actually being sent down here to the southeast of Florida.
Why do we need dimes?
Well, rolled coin is still a thing, and in circulation, they have to transport it at some point. It was on this nondescript truck, The driver apparently had to stop down for a little while to
Inside job.
Why would you steal dimes? What are you going to do with 1 million dimes?
Give me a second and I'll think.
You're not going to show up at the grocery store and just start pouring dimes in the machine in the front. You're not going to take 1 million dimes to the bank and go, oh, could I exchange these for bills?
Trying to launder dimes would be a pain.
Right. This is an idiot who stole these.
Yeah. But, I mean, it's 1 million dimes. It's still.
You don't even use a dime in the payphone anymore. Well, there aren't even payphones to use.
You sell it to another idiot. You use them in the vending machines. Just go around and buy a bunch of sodas. No, you
got 1 million dimes.
You buy a vending machine company and then just launder your own dimes and keep refilling. You feeling me? You know what you know? I keep buying a bunch of Sprites, right? And those things are up to probably, I think vending machines are, how much is a soda in a vending machine? Probably $1
or more.
Probably $1,000, mortgage pay. No. So you just keep buying your own product. I'm running your dimes, man. I might buy those. Wait, I don't have enough money in the bank to buy 1,000 dimes.
Check out Orlando's Rock Station's YouTube channel at 1011 JRR.
Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.